Yes, Jim Collins from PG Produce, you were correct.
He knows his chips.
We are down here in Johnson at, that lorry's about to go past, that's criminal.
Well, in Johnson, and we're still here, outside Andy's Golden Fry. We're here to meet the amazing TikTok sensation, Mikey boy. Come with us. This is like going into the diner like in America, isn't it?
Aye, that is
that
exactly.
Kind of vibe. It's class.
I like it. Nice. Sorted. Mikey,
how we doing, TikTok?
Is it alright, TikTok? I'm back again. How you guys doing?
How we doing? How we doing? Welcome to the Golden Fry.
Three mates at the fryer, award winners, no liar. Crispy tails around the vat. What's the batter? You're up to bat. Behind the scenes, let's dive in. The pals, you can't miss a thing. Frying fun from night to noon. Tune in and you'll be hooked soon.
We're here with Mikey, the main man. Oh, this one? Sorry, Parky.
There's like 3 cameras here, so.
I'm all over the place. Right, we're here with the main man Mikey for Andy's Golden Fry.
How you doing?
The TikTok sensation, you'll have seen him everywhere.
Was that one? I'll take that.
Take that, take that. So, Mikey, why don't you give us a wee brief introduction, your story, mate? How did you get into this?
So, when I was 13, my dad was like, right, that's it, it's time for you to start working. So I was like, oh no, like, I played football now at the time, so he's like, I'll get you in doing the totties. So it was me and my cousin Sean, who lasted a week at the job, so I ended up doing it every week. So I was meant to do the first Saturday, he'd do the next, blah blah blah, every second Saturday. And I'd need to get up early, come in, do the totties and then go to football. So it was down in our old shop, so I hated it. And then when I first started, I couldn't even pick up a bag of potatoes, like 25 kilo, I couldn't even lift them. I was that weak and just a wee boy. And my dad's like, right, that's it working. But then, so I was making money every week and I was always saving my money. And then, like, I would go to football and I'd be half asleep because I'd be up at like 8 in the morning, and then I chucked football and then lockdown hit and then I couldn't work for a few months because my dad had to give the shifts to other people and stuff. So I was like, that's fine, I was only a wee boy. So after, like, kind of towards the end of lockdown, my dad said to me, right, we'll get you into fry because what else you got to do with your life? Like, he's like, do you want to be a joiner? Do you want to? So, so I took me into fry and I started on a Sunday during the day. But originally in the Paisley shop, we were closing on a Sunday till 3. And so I would go in 11 to 3 with my dad, and he would kind of show me all the basics. He would serve and like he would teach me how to fry. And for like a year we'd done that, and then I would go into like a Thursday night helping a fryer, and then I built it up to a Friday night helping a fryer, and then eventually after 2 years I was 16. And then when I think about it and we look back at the pictures, we can't believe that I was actually frying myself. Like,
that's mad.
So when I was 16, the Paisley shop got done up and I started working in there, and a Tuesday night I started frying myself for the first night. It was like the quietest night of the week, and he's like, right, you can go in there yourself. So I remember my first ever shift on a Tuesday night. Obviously it's a busy shop still, so it was busy, and I was so nervous, like, to fry myself. Like, I remember waking up that morning, I was like, oh no, like, here we go. Because people don't realise how hard frying is, they really don't.
I think it's also different when you're that young as well, because you're obviously, when you're frying, you are kind of in charge of the shift, aren't you? So you're telling these, and you could maybe be working with somebody that's like 40, 50 years old. You're 16 and you're telling them what to do. And it's kind of, it's difficult, it's a tough one to get chucked into.
It is, and obviously, like my dad's a boss, I know, so like, but as well as my dad, so like we always used to argue and stuff. Like, I always used to say he used to treat me as if I was 30, but I was only 16. And he's sitting there
he's pretending he's not listening. I'm trying to get him on the camera because he's the main man, but he's too scared to get behind the camera.
My dad always used to say to me, it'll take 2 years before you can start frying yourself, and then it'll take another year till you get used to it. And he's right about that. And it's when I was 16, I felt like I had so much was like so much pressure and all that. So like to do it, and I loved it. Like I thrived off the pressure, and I still do now. Like I love when it's mobbed and like you're under, like as my uncle says, severe pressure, as he says. So, but then before that, sorry, I forgot to say that. My first kind of shift as me being the main fryer, it was me and my Uncle Wilson, but he'd never fried himself before. He'd only ever help a fryer, and it was so I was working in Dumbarton during the day, and the boy who was meant to work Friday night in Paisley, being the main fryer, called in sick, and my dad, I was meant to only be working to 4. My dad's like, "You're working 4 to 11, you and Wilson. I know you can do this, but I know you've got it in you to be able to fry yourself." So I phoned my uncle and I'm like, "If you heard what's happening?" He's like, "What have we got to do and all that? This has got to be an absolute nightmare." So he took us up pure crap myself. So I went through Dumbarton shop to Paisley shop at 4, and he was already in. And my dad stayed for the first hour. He probably doesn't even remember this. And me and my uncle were pure crap myself, but it ended up we'd done brilliant. Like we kept up good and everything went out perfect and stuff, and I enjoyed it. And then that's how he said, "Right, you can do a Tuesday night yourself now."
That was all planned. He done that deliberately.
He didn't even have any in that.
He told the Friday was off. That's just what happened.
Probably.
I think sometimes that's the best way though, like just to get chucked into it. Like,
it is. And see, like, sorry to interrupt there.
No.
Like, see now, like I'm like people like you think I've been frying for 6 years now. I'm 20, but see now I still learn things like.
Oh, aye.
Like see my dad, like I'll swear by it. Like I've learnt for the best. Like. And obviously that's just my opinion. No offence to that.
No,
so
we offend everyone every day, but whatever.
So like a few months ago in here, like people will watch my lives. You'll see how busy it is, and the third pan broke, and I was like, this has got to be impossible to keep in. And he came in and see that night, and it's basically 2 hours. The amount of things I learnt for just watching him keep up, like moving stuff, and
I think he's looking for a wage rise. That's what I was just thinking.
Right, but that's how like I thought I was like, I'm catching you, or I'm battling you and that now, and then seeing him do that, like I was like, wow, like levels to it. Like it's the same way.
It's funny, like see, so I started in the shop when I was 13, but never ever planned to be in the shop. It was always, I hated it. Like the same as you hated it. You go in, you had to do the chips, or you had to go and like do the potato stuff like that. It was torture. Friday night, you know, you're at school, you're coming up the road, and all your pals are out playing football, and you're in the shop.
Doing the spuds.
I know, doing the spuds. And you get pelters as well, because my mum and dad worked together. They fought like cat and dog, right? So they would fight, and then, okay, anyway. So I went to university. It was never again the plan. Still kind of worked through the trippy. And my dad always said, look, you really learn to fry, just because you never know what's going to happen.
Aye.
So I learned to fry, and it was, you'll need 2 years. He said, you will need 2 years. And I'm like, no chance, that's not easy. How easy is it to put sauce in a pan? Then I remember the first night, I was like, oh my God. So I had to make your own batter and all that. I was like, shit, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oh man, this is torture. And then Yvonne still helps us out now and again, but she worked with us, and she was like, she'd been there since she was 13 herself, and Yvonne's 65 now, right? So at that time, you know, it was 20 years ago, she was still showing us what to do, and then my dad passed away, so I got landed in the shop. It was like, right, you need to run this now, and I was like, and then came out of university, had my degree, couldn't get a job because of credit crunch. I was like, what am I going to do? Get married. My mum didn't want to work in the shop, so I was like, right, I'll need you in here. You start learning, as you say. I still learn. Like I go around different shops and see what they're doing. I see if I can pick something up. Chinese to Indians, I'm mental for it. I actually went and done a job with Just Eat. I actually did a job with Just Eat one time.
Did you?
I did Just Eat delivery driving because we were mentally busy. We were trying to find ways of maybe making our delivery system a bit better, but also some of our drivers were moaning about the delivery charges and how long they were waiting. Because especially in lockdown, we were doing like maybe 300 deliveries in a night, and we've got 6 drivers, but the driver that came in 6th, he stayed in there maybe for like an hour and a half, waiting until we eventually get his orders made up.
We didn't have coming in the shop.
So
that was us,
like delivery only. So this driver stands
I
for like
didn't
an hour
work
and a
then,
half. And we were trying to, so then you try to find ways of how can we speed that process up. But in actual fact, all it did was show that we were actually doing quite a good job. Because it was just such a, because Just Eat's just a disaster.
We make this much money off Just Eat, we get this off Just Eat. So I had to get my own insurance, which was like £100 a month to be a Just Eat driver, right? Then you get 2 deliveries an hour, so I made like £12 one hour. hour.
£17 I think you made in that one shift.
I
That
one
was
shift,
it,
and I was out for
£17.
about 5 hours. And I was like, after everything came off, and I'm going, so I could go back to the driver and go, but listen, I've done this, and that's nonsense. So I'm like, I still do that. So like when you're saying about learning, it is funny. Like there's so much I
That's
remember.
mental. That's like he's taking it to the extreme,
I'm-
innit?
He definitely does have some level of like, I don't know, like maybe like OCD or something, because you are once you get something, then he's stuck, and he'll sit till like 3 o'clock in the morning and stuff, looking at like coming up when you wake up in the morning.
That's like
and
me,
it's like
okay.
3-4 o'clock in the morning with an idea or something. Who thinks that at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Oh, I'm terrible for it. I'm watching a film, I'm like, what we could do? A snowball this, a snowball Sunday. I think that came from you watching The Godfather.
That's like me and my dad, like I do on Just Eat Mikey's TikTok specials now, so I'm always trying to think of ideas for them coming up. So like my next one's a hot honey pepperoni pizza that I thought months back it's on a menu, right, and now it's everywhere. Because I first seen it when somebody done it, and I'm like, we'll start selling it. And now I'm like, a bit too late to the trend, but I'm still eventually going to put it up. I'm just waiting on him getting the hot honey for it.
You should have said we could have brought you some. We've just got behind the hot honey train, so
obviously,
could have brought you some.
JD's hot honey, it's everywhere. I don't know if you see it all over.
Right, so that's what I'm going to get then.
It's expensive, but I'll send you a code for it as well. You get remember that when you're looking at it, we're sending a code out there, you know. There's more codes now, but you get this code.
So a free box when you go on this.
You sponsored here.
50% off your order, which is, I mean, it's expensive stuff, but it's good. But it's everywhere over like Instagram, TikTok, and all. I've seen it. I don't really follow a lot of TikTok, but that was one of the things that came up when we were looking at it.
Right.
So you get the one for the cash and carry. It's called Keto. It doesn't taste great. This other one's it's
good.
like barbecue infused and all that. It's like Chipotle infused. But I'm torture for all sorts. Like,
if you take a look at our menu, you'll notice how absolutely
I've seen like every time I see one of your promotion things, like I'm like, how can you do that? Like we always try and keep everything short, simple, and good. Like, and because it's all about speed. Like seeing a Friday night in here, like there's 10 then staff members on, like it's busy, and see like try to like. The lassies always moan at me when I've got a new TikTok special saying,
I can't keep up.
so he's the one in our shop. He's the one in our shop.
I'm the one on it.
So like, they hated me for the. I don't know if you've seen us.
So stressed.
Oh, do you?
He's a boss.
I'm a boss.
He falls out, you know that.
Does he?
You know that. The amount of times we've been square going at each other.
We've had many a square go in the shop. Like, I just get so stressed. I just like things to just move smoothly and quickly.
He doesn't like change.
I'm not like change. No, not really. Not really.
So I brought out I don't know if you've seen my spice bag, the Irish spice bag.
Yeah.
So that was actually my dad's idea, because he kept seeing it on TikTok in Ireland, Irish spice bags, and one of my mods is from Ireland, shout out Guyan. He always messaged me saying, you need to start a spice bag, they're massive over here. So I was like, right. So my dad says, right, we'll start it. So onions, peppers, crispy chicken nuggets and chips with a tub of curry. And see the lassies, they were hating me at the start, because it's like a different thing, like it's a bag, and you need to put this in, and then you need to do it a certain way, get the seasoning in, so and then they would always forget the tub of curry, and and then I don't know if you've seen that I'd done a blagus as well, so I joined the haggis and the blagus together. That wasn't my idea actually, I seen that somewhere.
Just a disclaimer. I'm not trying to claim that was mine.
I'll admit that I'd seen that. I've seen that somewhere.
We do it, but we do it two separate bits. I've seen this already. I really want to try it together.
I
I've
should
tried it
start
when it's
saying
put together. So we do it. We do a blagus.
We do a
I've done it
blagus.
for
So
years,
half a
but
black pudding, half a. We don't put it together just for quickness. See, like we don't cook our puddings together. We split our puddings.
So do we, but for speed. We've made that for years now. It works, and people.
It's the same as haggis, but that's the same way we do our blagus. But I know the way of putting them together. It does look. It's more aesthetically pleasing.
aesthetically.
It is, but sometimes when you put it in the pan and all that, it splits open.
That's why I'm a pain in the ass. Same with the chicken and butter. See, I don't know if you do the chicken and butter.
Aye, but my worst
I
enemy,
break
man.
them apart. So like,
Friday nights, yeah.
my dad used to do like the chicken, and he would have the full, like say the half chicken. This is the breasted chicken, but it was in butter. Whereas I take it apart and I break it
all
in
day,
so that
right.
it cooks quicker, so that it cooks quicker and it's away. People like it. It's the same as we do. This is just a wee bit of my dig here, right? But southern fried chicken, right? We've been doing that since
Seen that.
2000.
These are the originals of that.
Peppy Supply. Was it southern fried Peppy Supply?
Supply,
But we used to do a southern fried chicken breast, right? do it, 2012, something like that.
Does that not make a mess of the pan?
It's, the whole thing does, right? So that's why we stopped it during lockdown, because lockdown was so busy. You try and make your menu simple. So we simplified. We used to have a 24-page takeaway menu. Right?
24 page?
No, it's 28.
so we cut it down. Now it's up to 28. Now we cut it down during lockdown. We took that off. So then we've been struggling to get a goujon, or a good solidified goujon. We used to buy ones from Booker. They kept letting us down.
The quality wasn't great anymore.
Colin Cromart, I don't know if you know Colin from Middleton's, he came to say, try this stuff, right? Try this just we use that anyway. We went, get that, mix it. So we're making a goujon, and it was cracking. So you make your own, and it's a bit more work in it, but it does go in the pan. That's what you don't want. A Friday, Saturday night, you sit there cleaning that pan, but people don't get it, and they think that it's just that easy.
Yeah, it's that easy.
In my house, you know, it's if you ever put chips in and you've got a dirty pan, they're just a waste. You'd be binning them, right? And like
They have a pan for like chips, fish,
that's what I was
days.
saying while I was watching your man flying there. Like, East Kilbride, that's the way they use it. See the way you do it? Pan up hot, get stuff in, then get chips in it. That's how they used to do it. And when I was learning to fly, I did a couple of shifts down in East Kilbride, and Enrico said to me, that if you can't do it, just do it your own way. And his mum or his sister would be raging at me because I would just have one pan for chips and one pan for frying. Obviously, because the fat goes away quicker, like you're just burning it the full night round. But I couldn't do it. I like one pan for chips and that's it.
We have one pan we keep for chips, and one we have that we can put stuff in with, and then we have another one that's just for fish and stuff like that.
Frying.
But then we've got a vegetable fat pan which we use just like as a really kind of separate thing. That we
What's
do.
that for, like allergies and stuff?
If anyone comes in and says they're a vegetarian, which is like, you're like that, seriously, you're getting a sausage and a pan. You're not a vegetarian then, you just don't want it in there. No, but you know what it's like, because allergens are obviously huge, a big, a big concern of them, so that's what we've got that there for. But then we've got a dessert shop, and that's like...
Is that the same, in the same shop, or is that next door?
Next door, so basically it's like a wee door that separates it. So Chippy's there.
I'm going to come through. And,
I come through, and you'll see that next door, so you try and keep all that going together, so that when you're talking about, in East Kilbride, the Fire runs the show, right, so they're the one that's calling out when the orders go, they're telling everyone, and Pepe's now, it's the guy in the chip box, they need to make sure it's not like I say, it's like their centre mid, it's their captain. They're like, look.
See that video you've done, it was the post-match interview. I've never laughed so much in my life, man.
How sweaty he looked.
I know.
It's so funny. I run a football group, mate. Like, my son plays for East Kilbride Rolls Royce, and I ended up taking over the head coach of it, and Callum came to join his son, right? So we now do it. And now
are your boys the same age?
My boy's actually 2 years younger.
Right.
He's a good player for his age, so he plays 2 years above him now.
That's good. That'll bring him on a lot, no?
It has made a massive difference in the last few months, definitely.
But we now do the interview with the kids, and they love it. See, because of that idea, we're just in the shop and let's do that.
I saw what it was actually. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's like it's a teacher that does it. He does it like at the end of the day, or like when they've been away on a school trip. Right, it was like a Sky Sports News type idea of what was your breakdown of the trip away. He was like, it started off a wee bit chaotic, the kids were a bit hyper, but we managed to calm it down a little bit. Right. So when the social media guys were on, I was like, we should do that a bit like a crazy Friday night. I think that would be quite good. And that was not long after we started the What's the Bar stuff, so we were like, we could incorporate it with it.
Because the thing is, What's the Bar?
That's good, that, I like that. What's the Bar? I don't know, I keep saying it more and more now. That was like me with Ain't Easy Being Greasy. My pap's actually got that trademarked for me now. Like,
really? I hope you're not going to sue me for using it in my video. I used it in my video this morning, so I hope you're not going to sue me.
No, sorry.
Did you actually use it?
Oh no, it was you
No,
that used it.
I used it in two different parts. I used it in one part yesterday, one part today. I checked the trademark.
I know. To be fair, like it's what we were saying through there, like you're a lot more consistent with your stuff than me are. Like we'll go through a couple of months of being really like on the ball with the TikTok and trying to get the What's the Bar stuff pushing, and then something will happen or some staff are off, and then it just becomes a bit chaotic.
People think it's like, people go like, obviously I make money off TikTok now. People will say, it's easy and all that, like that's just the way it's not, man. See,
no,
like I'm up to like, I finish work at like, say I don't get home till like 11:45. Time I get my shower and all that, and then I get my dinner. So like I'm up till like 3 in the morning editing and doing voiceovers half asleep. Like the editing's the hard part, and for me the hardest part then now is thinking of new ideas.
That's I think that's what I struggle with.
Because there's only so much ideas you can do in a chippy, and like there is like there is only so much, and one day I'll get to a point and I'll just need to repeat videos, but I'll do them different, and I've started kind of doing it now with totties, but every totty video I post, as you go on my page, it's at least over 500,000 views. It's crazy.
Crazy.
So that's so I've been doing totty videos, so I always do at least one totty video a month, peeling totties. But people love to see behind the scenes stuff, because you walk into a chippy, you've not got a clue how all your food's made. Like until social media, like if you've not worked in a chippy, you don't know what a range looks like, or
you don't know. The delivery drivers Robin came in the other morning, he was dropping my hot bag off, and he came in and he went in to use the toilet. He came back at the back, and he was standing behind the pans, and he's worked this for a couple of months, right? And he's like, "This is mental in here. I've never been in here before." And I was like, and he was like properly fascinated, and I was like, I don't know if you're winding me up or not. Did we see it every day? Like
people went to work, see like kids to the school, we don't open in the mornings just like, anymore, like after COVID, we stopped.
What time do you open?
Open at 4.
Oh, days.
Apart from a Friday, we're open during the day, but the kids, when they come in, when they used to come to school, they would come in the morning and then they come in at night time if they're starting their job, and they wouldn't understand the difference. Like, they were like that. It's really weird from behind this side, and I'm like, I think it's just because I've grown up in the chip, you'll be the same.
You're just used to it.
It's like you're just used to all these things, like your hands getting greasy, and you know you're like.
That's it. Easy.
It's a true saying, that was my Uncle Wilson that came up with that patter. His patter is phenomenal. Like, he's got a saying and a nickname, and like for everything. Like, see a haggis, he'll call it a black guy. And he'll say, if he's phoning in sick to my dad, and my dad will be like, "Wilson, just come in, like, you'll be alright," and he'll be like, "Health over haddock candy boy." He's got others a patter, and they always used to like I'd walk down to him on a Friday night and go, "You ain't easy being greasy, Mikey boy," and I just kind of stuck with me. And he's like, "Use that on TikTok." So now I'm going to trademark in my name. He's like, "No, I want that, that." But I always tell people that it was my uncle that came up with it, because it was his patter.
I think that's a massive thing though, like, because we have that in our shop. It's like it's just having a bit of banter and a bit of laugh.
See, on TikTok, like, I'm not really ever like full of patter on it, but I'm never too serious, like, because what is the point going through life serious, man? Here for a good time, not a long time.
Exactly, and you're working, you don't want to be sitting there all stressed out your box like Callum every night.
Certainly if he's post-match interview.
I know that's what I'm like after a Friday night. No, I'm not like that all the time.
He starts off on a Friday, you can tell, like, he starts getting kind of like iffy, and the chip scoop starts moving a wee bit more, and it's like, there's the pizzas. There's this. And he starts getting angry.
See that Friday night, man, there, lassie, shout that.
That annoys me, because I do it to him, but then I hate it when they do
2 minutes.
Hold on, where's the chicken? I'm like, fucking in here, you leave your pocket. What do you think it is? You frying. You know what it's like.
Who fries in like a Friday night?
If I'm in, it'll be
if he's in, then it's him.
And what do you fry and all, but?
Aye, so I fry midweek when the Rico's not on, so we usually, and then on a Friday or a Saturday if the Rico's not on or whatever, or if something's on, then I'll usually fry, but if not, I'll be on the chip box.
Then he's ever fried a girl at 2 years now?
Nah,
we used to have, we had to do it in COVID, we used to have one person that was literally just lifting chips, frying and lifting chips the full time.
And then we had somebody on another pan just do pakora inside.
Pakora?
Pakora and like onion rings and stuff. It was just mental. He just sat there in this one spot and just did pakora and onion rings, mozzarella sticks all night, because you couldn't get in the pan. It was just mental, like
proper crazy.
It was nuts, like.
You say what about everything, don't you?
It was crazy. Like, it's the same thing put into different things. So like, we use chicken tikka, and the chicken tikka goes into like 6-7 different items.
Yeah.
Hoagies, we do loads of hoagies, we do loads of.
Is that, I don't actually know what that is. Is that a doner making that?
It's a wrap with chips and then.
You can do it with
you can do it with chippy stuff. We do it with chippy stuff like smoked sausage.
See your salt and chilli, hoagie. Like we do. What's the salt and chilli when you used to like to you?
That's all.
Yeah, we're talking about fucking Chinese. It's like, I know, it's like people
go crazy.